Hello, everybody, and welcome to GnG. This is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a special sponsored episode for um, the Defy the Gods Kickstarter. So I'm going to toss it over to Chris, and they'll take it from there.
Hey, hi, thanks. So, Defy the Gods is a queer sword and sorcery adventure romance set in fantasy ancient Mesopotamia. It's a world ruled by jealous gods and cruel tyrants and gigantic animals and the shadow of Atlantis and death. And these forces are all arrayed against the adventurers who give their heart and reach for cursed power as they try to withstand against these world forces or defy the gods. And the characters are...
Start things off. I'm Aubrey, and I'll be playing Kadavro, the Revenant, and Kadavro uses they/them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Aloysius, the sailor, who uses he, she pronouns.
Hi, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Wabi-Sabi, the sorcerer, who uses any and all pronouns.
And I am Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Kiana, the sword, who uses she, any pronouns.
And I should have said, I'm Chris. I use she and they pronouns, and my company is Hectic Electron Games. And the Kickstarter is kickstarting on the 29th, which might already be on when you hear this. Cool. So you all are in the coastal city of Kizan-Ma, the city of the Great Festival. It has a lighthouse. Its patron is a griffin. It is known for producing fish and seashell dye and coral. And its coins are made of blessed bone. I don't know where the bone comes from, but we're going to find out. It has a smuggler's guild, appropriate for a lighthouse city on the coast, that moves people, creatures, and objects. I think the fish are going to be a recurring thing. You all had an amulet that Aloysius stole from an Atlantean ruin, and stole from the ruin even though the ghosts there did not want to part with it. And you all brought it back to this town and were fascinated by it. It looks like a ruby on a necklace of pearls, and the ruby has a face carved into it, or did, but the features have all smoothed out over the eons, because Atlantis was this civilization like 2,000 years ago that was beautiful and refined and a totally different creation than humans, but they invented sorcery, and the gods turned against their favorites and smote them and destroyed them, and now you can just find their ruins in lonely places in the wilds out there. And it was one of these ruins that you found the amulet in, and it was these Atlanteans, now gone, heartachingly beautiful but destroyed, who made this amulet, and must have infused some of their weird sorcerer's power into it, but you weren't able to figure out what, because while you were trying to turn it over for some cash, a person named Barshar came, backed up with a bunch of guards, and stole it from you. Well, confiscated it, stole it. And your meal ticket / fascinating object of transcendence was gone. And now you're just hanging out in your neighborhood, running out of money. And while you're doing, and each of you has a connection to the amulet that we can go into as it comes up, but while you are stewing over this, there's a tremendous explosion. So you're all drinking in the brothel before it opens, and when there's this big explosion from outside, and you can see a strange multicolored smoke rising from a spot a few blocks away. What do?
Is the multicolored smoke like is that something that is normal? When I say normal, I mean like I do magic. That smoke could be smoke from magic, but also there are ways to make fire light different colors. So it's more like, is this like, oh, are these just like a bunch of lanterns or magical house fire, you know?
Because of your experience with these things, with the forbidden art of sorcery, as well as the subtle secrets of the natural world, you can tell that this is sorceress. This is not natural.
It would appear that there is sorcery afoot that way. Yonder window.
Aloysius will just refill his drink and have a sip. And does not look ready to get up or move or do anything.
Kiana is sort of draped against you near the same bottle and says, there might be sorcery over there, but there's wine in here, so...
Gonna sort of put down my drink and look over at you, Wabi-Sabi, and say, if you want to check it out, I'll go with you.
Nay, let me repeat myself. I said there is sorcery over there, out yonder window, southwest.
Are you trying to send someone to go check it
No,
out?
I'm trying to get us all to go. However, I
Yeah.
have a rather hollowed voice. So I would like to think right now I am not giving enough like emotion. Like, oh, I want to go. But I don't think I'm projecting that emotion. Like it sounds like based off of the reception that you guys just heard me say it and we're like, yeah, okay. But no, I want to go, but I want to go with everybody. So I'm trying to sound more enthused, you know? That's what I'm trying to do. I already have one person who will come with me. However, I have 2 more people that have to come with me.
Darling, if you're so intent on going adventuring, you could at least say please.
Please, come with me. Over yonder, out of the window, beside the window, southwest. I haven't seen the stars yet. I don't know what direction we're going, but there.
I will be using a door, but I appreciate the options.
I was going to ask if we needed to go through the window or not.
It's too early in the day for windows.
Where's your sense of adventure?
At the bottom of the bottle, and we're still at the top.
Kiana will down it until there is just a sip left for Aloysius, and then hand it over.
Aloysius will tip it down your throat, and then get up.
Now that we have had wine and lesbianism, can we please go out that way?
Yes, little fish, let's go. But we're not rushing. We're going to walk.
Okay, so as people run past you in the street, you're just sauntering toward adventure. And it doesn't take long to come to where used to be a nest of buildings stacked close on each other, some of them on top of each other. And now it's an open space, and there is you can see that there is a palace building itself out of nothing. on the grounds of where there used to be this whole city block. And you can see just these enormous granite blocks just placing themselves one on top of the other as these massive walls with a ring of rooms inside and a courtyard inside that start to materialize. And people are just standing back. You can see that people who you know lived there are scattered out in a ring around this thing, wailing about how their homes and everything they owned are just gone, and looking with horror at this pristine, spotless, very sturdy thing being built.
So I'd like to use a move.
Sure, yeah.
I'd like to use Shade Witnesses.
Okay, awesome.
Especially as this is a weird thing that's going on. And it says to choose an epithet and roll.
Right, yeah. Which epithet are you invoking?
I will invoke who helps friends learn who they are.
Oh, lovely.
You should describe what you look like while you're doing this.
Yes. I am sort of tall and gangly in a way of moving in a way that this body doesn't feel like my own, and I don't truly know how to move in it. I'm wrapped in what is little better than burial rags that cover most of my face and sort of drape around my body as almost as if a cloak or cape. Skin is sort of dark and splotchy, kind of like partially maybe like it's decomposed, but then something has stopped that process. And if you cannot see my eyes currently, but if you could, they would just be black as the abyss.
Awesome.
So that's gonna start off with an 11.
Oh, excellent. All right, a burning success. So everybody has 3 epithets that are worth 3 different values, and you could roll a miss, a perfect success, or a burning success, and you started off with that. That's awesome. So what does it say for a burning success?
On a burning success, I can ask 2 of the above, but you embrace death too tightly and give +1 heart to someone in the underworld or the god of death.
Sweet. Okay. Bring up the
questions that it gives me are: what future danger can I avoid? What would you do here if you were alive? What do you recall about blank? What advantage can we gain over the threat we face? And how can I escape the Golu demons next time? I'm gonna pick what advantage can we gain over the threats we face? And what future danger can I avoid?
Okay. So these are very good questions. Let me think. You can. The advantage you can gain is that this sorcery is being wielded by amateurs and people not used to sorcery. These shades, these dead mortals, rustle around you, and they say that the power being wielded here is not of this age and is being forced to comply with the orders of its current wielders, but it is an ill fit, and you all have an advantage just because you are more familiar with the strange than whoever is trying to get strange here. And you can avoid danger by rushing to meet it. But
Sage.
yeah, go ahead.
I'll say to the group, this spell casting is amateurish. Someone doesn't truly know what they've done. Maybe we should pick up the pace.
What does it look like when you're talking to the shades? Are you like verbally talking? Or are you just sort of dissociating in space? What's going on?
I think I'm quietly whispering in a tongue that I truly don't even know what it is, but I instinctually know it, and I instinctually know it can talk to all of these shades. So yeah, I just sort of whisper in this sort of sounding harsh and hissing tone.
So, while you are doing that, some magic bullshit that I don't know how to deal with, Kiana is taking action. She is just a brick wall of a person, towering, sturdy, shorn auburn hair, and a single visible storm bright eye. The other one is tucked behind a single eye patch. Light brown skin scattered with freckles and a lot of different scars of varying sort of age and providence. He's adorned in dozen of gold piercings, leather armor, and thick strings of rope tied around his arms. So the slutty Antom armor in Dragon Age Inquisition that you get as the DLC, it's like that. But he has a giant, very sharp axe, sort of casually hefted over one shoulder. And while Kadavro is talking to the spirits, I am going to attempt to cut through the wall with my axe. And I specifically have the move Cut the Gordian Knot. When you use violence or brute force to solve a problem that does not lend itself to force, I assume that this problem would probably be better solved with magic. You can invoke an epithet and roll.
Okay, hold that thought for just a second. I want to know, Kadavro, who did you give your heart to as a result of clinging to the shades too tightly? Is it somebody you knew in the underworld, or is it the god of death itself?
Let's go with the god of death itself.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
Okay. All right. So Kiana, go for it. What epithet are you invoking?
I am evoking who leaps first and asks questions later. So it is really pure luck and chance that my actions are lining up with Kadavro's insight. But that is a +2 for me. Yikes, and that is a 7 total.
All right. So anybody who has a heart of Kiana's could choose to spend it to bump that up to a success. Otherwise, it's gonna be a miss, and we're gonna just savor the failure.
I mean, I have a heart that you are kind of following on advice that I gave, so I will gladly spend that heart so you can get a success.
I was gonna say, would have this been counted as a bolt move, or?
Well,
because I have the spell might.
No, this one is just Gordian Knot. So.
Okay.
It's a special playbook move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was, but I was like, just in case, let me just throw it out there, guys. I make you strong, so please ask for Skittles. I have them.
And maybe that spell will
Taste the
actually be
rainbow.
us. Okay, but so Kadavro stepped in and helped you maybe a whisper of a voice of sense as you go about this. So what does a glowing success look like if cut the Gordian knot?
So it actually improves the situation, which I think in this case, tell me what I'm allowed to do. Either it sort of halts or like slows down the growth of this wall like in this particular area, or maybe even like makes a crack that we would be able to sneak through. Up to you how much I'm able to actually do.
I think that you slice your axe into this wall and it gives like smoke, and this these sort of multicolored soot and sparks just come up as this section of the wall dematerializes. And you can see that the big stones next to the stones that you cut through are like wobbling like a mirage. So yeah, you've miraculously managed to damage the permanence of this part of the structure completely.
She will sort of bow and gesture forward a little flippantly to the others in the group.
Yeah, never one to pass up a challenge. Aloysius is going to just smoothly transition his saunter into a sprint. And I would like to bolt.
Okay, all right. Invoke an epithet and roll.
Which I'm going to invoke the epithet of Who Thirsts for the Unknown.
Awesome.
That is 9 plus 1 is 10.
Cool. 10. So glowing success. So as Bolt, you get where you wanted to go unharmed and ready for what's next, vaulting past the obstacle. So you are able to. You can tell me what this looks like, but as the stones start to try to rematerialize and sew up this insult to their reality, you are able to catapult yourself in, and I think even make a path for your friends. And what you find when you're inside is a room with like a mystical bonfire, almost like a pool with multicolored smoke just billowing off of its flickering, wavering surface, almost like fire, is there in the middle of this room. And you can see that pieces of this building, rafters and stones, are floating out of the smoke.
Interesting. I think Aloysius will make sure to like lodge the opening that she tumbled through, to make sure it stays open for the rest of them. I forgot to describe Aloysius.
Oh yes.
Who is very, very tall, very hot. Just lots of hard muscle, but in a very like compact way. But very agile, and has like very tanned skin from being on the waves a lot, and this long braided like sea blue hair that just sort of flies behind them like a flag sometimes, and he is covered in scars, and usually has like scale painting along her cheeks, and she's just titty out all the time. At most is wearing like a bit of like artistically draped netting that covers nothing. It's just there for the vibes. And she's also usually barefoot, I think. And so she's running around barefoot. like the city is her ship's rigging, just leaping around like an acrobat, and then somersaulting through this gap and leaving it open behind her.
Love it. Wow. And this is when nobody else follows you. Oh.
I'm sure they're fine.
Listen.
So just bringing it back.
Yes.
A hole was cut into the house or castle structure. And then did everybody jump in? Or is it just Aloysius?
Aloysius sure
waiting-
went first.
Yeah,
You-
I was
oh, you
waiting
were
for
leaving?
everyone else to
Oh,
go
you
through
were-
first.
Okay, yeah.
You would have gotten
Uh-huh.
a very jaunty wink as Aloysius passed you.
So, knowing that this magic is amateurish and now has a hole inside the house, I want to know, is there a way for me to undo it but keep the hole?
Undo the magic, undo the house,
Yeah.
but keep the
But keep the giant hole that was cut in. Like, it's like I
Huh.
want to see if I can make this castle not a castle, because there's no such thing. But also, you know, my friend cut a hole in the wall, and I kind of like the hole in the wall.
But you want the wall to go away. Do I
No,
understand?
I mean, the wall could stay if it's necessary, because it was made up out of other people's houses.
It looks like it was made up out of light and smoke.
Oh, light and smoke. Okay.
Yeah, the other people's houses are like gone.
Oh, they're
And-
gone. I see.
Yeah, they're
I
gone.
see.
Gone.
They're
Like, I think
gone.
you can
I
see,
thought it
like-
was like.
I think you
Like
can see
a-
actually like blasted rubble around the perimeter of what used to be these people's houses, the unfired mud brick, and then these new pieces of granite and cedar have never been seen in this neighborhood before. Yeah, they're being made out of whole cloth, so to speak.
Okay. See, I misunderstood it as like, I mean, the houses are gone because the houses were like transformed into the castle. You know what I
Oh,
mean? It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
no,
they,
I was
yeah, it's like they
unclear,
just
yeah,
took this whole damn neighborhood and was like, what if, you know, like muck, you know, like that kind of thing. That's what I was thinking. My bad.
No, you're
Well,
good.
never mind. I'm going in. There's a hole. Somebody also went in. I too will go in because that's where that's the vibe. This is where the smoke is. I want to see who's doing amateur hour.
And I think Aloysius, you inside, you see a cat walk around the edge of of this pool, this smoking pool. A cat that looks very real and not spectral or weird at all. And it just looks up at you and mews plaintively.
Oh, you've got to get out of here, kitten. Come on.
Mew.
Come on, kitty cat. Let's go.
Ah.
No, okay. Let's not be here. Come along.
And then who was it jumped in next? Was
Me,
okay.
Wabi-Sabi.
Wabi-Sabi, yes. Right. You jump in and you see Aloysius, who is usually performatively hot, is just like anxiously holding on to this cat, who is meowing anxiously, plaintively. Who else goes in?
That would be next because I think Kiana wants to lead up the rear.
Right. You all see this room with rafters being formed above it and this gigantic roiling pool in the middle and all this smoke coming off of it, and Aloysius has a cat.
We've already made a new friend. Auspicious.
Ooh, let me keep it.
We can decide what happens to the cat after the rest of this is solved. Because there's a
Yeah.
fire, right, in the middle of this? Like a colorful fire?
It's like a fire, but it's coming out of a pool of water.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have fire water.
And Kiana, as you're standing out there outside, a woman who looks older than her years comes up and grabs your arm and says, please, my cat was in there. I don't know what happened to her. Please, could you just find her? I've lost everything, but if I don't lose this cat, it will be something.
With a gentleness that Kiana would later deny, she will rest a hand on the woman's shoulder and say, "Yeah, I can get your cat back." Sort of tugs her axe out of the wall and ambles in.
Nice. Aloysius, the cat jumps from your arms and into the pool, dives in under the magical surface of the pool and disappears.
Going in.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Dad. Goodbye.
You
It was good to
fucker.
know you.
Kiana, I had good feelings.
I wanted to gaze upon the pool and cast scrying, which
You
I'll
still
still
may.
do. I'll still
Okay.
do it. Yes, whatever happens to Aloysius will be good
Okay.
for them.
A learning experience.
Exactly. Imagine the things that we can do with their body left over. And I cast scrying.
Okay, which epithet are you invoking?
Let's see. I am going to use who bears the mark of impermanence.
Awesome.
Yes. I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to just fucking describe what I look like. So, Wabi-Sabi has a somewhat androgynous look. Their skin is way too pale. I'm talking beyond the Cullen's pale. Almost translucent. You can kind of see where their veins meet. Sometimes you can see where the bones are. Not because they're skinny, but because that's how pale they are. Most of their skin, though, is like covered with long robes. Sometimes it's a little off shoulder because we're gay. And it's the robes also will cover what everybody else in this group would know. Wabi-Sabi has very strange features on the rest of their body. Something sort of like whenever they use their shape-changing magic, their body likes to keep what they might have been prior when they turn back. So sometimes there's some scales, kind of like a fishtail wrapped around one leg, but also there is a wing that crosses over the back and around the stomach, things like that. And they all kind of bear this very bright red tone, which can be peeked out when I decide to let my slutty shoulders loose. My hair is very long, very dark. I wear a big fucking hat that looks like a regular rice farmer hat, but on the inside, it's actually inlaid with a lot of the scrolls that I want to keep on hand, kind of just wrapped around. So it's I don't gotta look too far for my things. Also, if I'm gonna get mugged, you're not gonna take my shitty hat. I'm gonna keep that. Actually, I'm gonna keep that rest. I'm gonna keep the rest to myself. If you need another visual, I kind of look like the painted lady spirit from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the one that Katara pretends to be in that one episode when she's helping those ungrateful fire versions. No, I'm joking. They were going through a rough time, guys. They were going through a rough time.
Oh, I see it. Yes.
Yeah, but like that's kind of the general vibe. But I keep that a bit more of a masculine-ish face, I guess you could say. I just want to say that I have the hips of a woman and the tits of a man, and everything else is just there sometimes. I'm an ever-changing form.
Awesome. Love it. So, roll your dice.
This one should just be 2d6, right? I don't.
Well, what's the worth of your epithet?
The epithet is +1.
Okay, so roll 3 dice total.
3 dice, yeah. Okay, thank you. I was like, wait a minute. I
Just
just said
you
it
and
out
only
loud.
the sorcery. Yeah.
Yeah. Double checking that. And we add them all up together, right?
No, you look for patterns. So if you're
Patterns.
trying to do scrying, 2 of them have to sum to 8. But tell me what you rolled on the dice, what the individual dice are.
6 and 2 5s, because I roll very high with my.
Okay, so it's a burning success, whatever it is. You could do. What spells did you pick other than chaos, scrying, and metamorphosis?
I picked Phantasm, Might, and Summoning.
Awesome. Oh, I love that you did summoning. Very unlikely that you'll get it, but if you do,
I did something because I know I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I already got 2 5s. I was all
Fair.
prepared.
So you could do Phantasm or Might, or you could do Metamorphosis. And whatever you do, it'll be a burning success.
That's true. Okay.
But you can't do scrying.
Can't do scrying. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I guess should have put in more dice for the scrying to get the 8. That makes sense. I'll do might.
Are you giving it to yourself or someone else? You're bestowing it on yourself or one of these others?
Does anybody want the +2 to bolt, but your fighting move, but a -2 to finesse? Because it's a burning success. So
That's right.
Kiana's
like, no.
I will overshoot if I have that.
That's why I'm asking, because I think while I'm casting this, I'm like straight up pulling the water and the fire apart, and then and they're like physical in my hands, and then I push them together and I turn it to something else. And while I'm like rubbing it together, like I'm rubbing paste or something like that in my hands, I'm like looking and asking. It's like, who wants to be mighty? Is there no yes?
Volunteer.
Yes, come. And when you do, I look at your face, and like I'm doing ASMR for TikTok. I just move my hands across your ears, across your head, down your ears. And I think my magic always leaves marks on y'all, and those marks stay. And I think you're gonna be mighty. So I think I'm just gonna make you bigger.
Nice.
I make you buff.
Buff corpse. Yeah.
You're not like long and gangly anymore. I give you flesh back. The flesh doesn't look that right, but we don't talk about that. That's okay.
You're like when Mumra powers up. Okay, awesome. So, all right, I'm backing away from Mumra. But you feel this unholy vitality surge through your body, and Aloysius is still gone. Does anybody miss Aloysius?
Yeah, I will jump into the. Did I see where Aloysius went? Like, did I catch him jumping into the
totally.
boat? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will jump in after him.
Okay. All right. And the sorcerer and the buff revenant are still there in this sort of steaming, boiling, burning room. And you can see through doorways that this palace of giant stones is just continues to assemble itself. And trying to figure out whether to cut to Aloysius and Kiana. Kiana, you tumble out into a room that is that is dark, but you can tell very well appointed. It has luxurious velvet tapestries and wool blankets, and you see Aloysius there. Aloysius, what are you doing in this room that looks like an aristocrat's bedroom? Where has the cat gotten to?
I am putting the cat in, like, I don't know, a basket. If there's a basket,
there are so many
putting the
baskets.
cat in there, covering the top of it. If it has a lid, perfect. If it doesn't have a lid, we're making a lid, taking like the netting off that she wears as a shirt to like cover the top, making a makeshift cat carrier.
The cat
and like
just sort of curls up
rumbling
in there.
the whole time about it.
The cat curls up in there and looks totally comfortable, like this is where they always wanted to be. And you can hear this sort of low rumbling purr start. Like, yeah, finally you figured it out.
You're a trouble cat. And Kiana. Welcome to my humble abode. Has not actually looked around, has no idea where he is right now.
You found it already. Great job.
There are braziers of brass and thick cast bronze. There, and it's not exactly clear why the pool brought you here, but it's somewhere else anyway.
Is the pool still present?
The pool is present in the ceiling of this room, but it is contracting.
I'm gonna real quick chuck like a random goblet up through the portal to see if it falls immediately back down or if it like vanishes.
It vanishes, and Kadavro, a lovely golden goblet, clatters out of the pool and lands at your feet.
And then I'm gonna chuck the basket.
Don't catch the basket.
Safe trails. Happy sailing. Please don't die.
Yeah, this and you can see also on your side, Kadavro and Wabi-Sabi, that the pool is contracting. And this basket comes out with netting over it and a little ball of demon fur inside of it.
Strange. Do I know the person out there is looking for their cat?
I don't think you do, actually.
Okay.
And the netting falls on top of your head, and the cat crawls out of the basket and curls around your shoulders.
It's fine. May I suggest we move quickly as I point at the shrinking portal?
I don't know. Wabi-Sabi is just doing this 100% on purpose. Is that old woman screaming about her cat? Or was she just like, I'm gonna stop the first and only person I see?
You were already inside when she grabbed Kiana, but you probably heard her wailing about her house, her life savings, her cat.
Let's just give the cat back to the old lady.
Meow. Cat does not want to leave Kadavro's buff shoulders.
Cat, you are a cat. You were domesticated for a reason. I don't know what your survival skills are. And if you come with us into this closing hole, the journey might be perilous.
You?
Excellent argument, I take it. Come with us.
I mean, we'll still return you eventually.
No, I plan to keep it now.
Okay.
The journey might be perilous, but I can make it easier on the cat by making it a bigger cat.
The pool is now about the size of a manhole cover.
Okay, I'm going through the portal.
Wabi-Sabi is cut off in this side. No, wait. You go in.
Yes, I will. I was continuing my last minute jumping thing. I was doing that. Oh no, like I was continuing, but no. Once Kadavro jumps in, I'll jump in as well, in hopes that now that there's 3 people down there, if this is like a big drop, I can land on their bodies and live. Like that was my idea. Like I don't know how big of a drop this is, and I'm not built for all this extra movement.
As you both return and I see the cat, Aloysius is gonna look at you and be like, "You brought it back?
Was I not supposed to?
No, why do you think I threw a cat through a portal?
You?
To
He wants
test
to
it?
come with us.
Did you at least bring the basket back with you?
No.
My
I
shirt?
have your. Yes, it's on my face.
Fine.
Sure.
I'm holding you both personally responsible for the feline.
I think it just
Good.
wants to chill with me, so I think we're fine.
So you all see it's a large room. It's got a suite of other rooms connected to it. But there's also a doorway leading out into a rather fancy hallway, and you can see it's getting toward dusk now, and you can see torchlight coming down the hallway. You can't see who's carrying it yet, but the only covering on this doorway is a curtain of wool strings knotted, and so it's only a matter of time before whoever has these torches sees you. What do you do?
I cast magic.
Can anyone stop you?
No. But if anybody else wants to go first, go for it. Because if not, I got some spells that could work. If I don't die, like.
I don't think anyone's jumping in, so go for it.
No, go for it.
Yep. Dope. My goal, just so that way we all know above table, is to cast Phantasm because it's on the base very illusionary, and we got potentially people that don't want us to be here. And I gotta pick an epithet. I'll pick who sees beauty in imperfection. So that way I get 4 dice. and a better chance at casting this spell. 2 dice, sum of 10. Yep, got it.
Sweet.
Yeah, 2 5s again.
Okay, did you roll a 5 and a 6? Or is it 2 6s?
No. Just 2 5s.
Okay.
For the sum of 10, and then the other 2 were like 3 and 4.
Okay,
so,
you're good. Yeah. Okay. Take someone's belief about the world and make it manifest, briefly fooling mortal senses. Whose belief are you plucking out of the air? I would say that there is a belief redolent in this room of the right to have power, and a belief in the city as a clockwork of laws that works to their benefit. And then, of course, there's the beliefs of your friends here. What kind of phantasm are you trying to pluck out of the surroundings? What kind of illusion?
So what we know about this strange place and the amateurness of the magic just kind of suddenly being here, I think it would be better to kind of pluck from one of our beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's nothing that really dictates that. For example, it's like a bunch of cops coming around, right? This could be anything, and also, we are 4 very weird bitches. I'm pretty sure we're just we got one belief that's gotta scare anybody. I swear.
You trying to be scary?
I wouldn't say scary, more like I will either take something that is scary that would be like, oh shit, and then they dip, or something that can keep us hidden.
I don't think any of you really believes in hiding as a sort of way of going through the world, but
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say technically. I was gonna say, Revenant might, because isn't that like, don't they have something in their playbook that's like they're hunting them?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true. Yeah, the Gala demons. The Galu
Yeah.
demons are hunting to try to bring the Revenant back to the underworld that they escaped from.
Yeah.
And you can also pull from
Technically.
people's epithets.
Oh, okay.
Describe beliefs about the world. But I think the Revenant Kadavro actually that certainly has a belief that you told me if I'm right, Kadavro, but that the Galu demons should not find you, that you don't deserve to be
100%.
found and plucked. Okay.
Then I'll take that one. Then I'll take that one.
Okay.
Because everybody else's epithet is nice and gay, but not what I need right now. Like.
Okay, yeah. So you all briefly look like marble statues of yourselves. Finely sculpted, decorative statues for this room. And you look like you belong. And the torchlight comes closer, and a servant enters the room, parts the curtain of wool strings, and holds it open with one hand while holding their torch with the other, and gives a little stiff bow. And after him comes this big buff guy in a really fine woolen cloak and tunic, and Kiana, you recognize it as Barshar. that you used to be really close with until he started moving up in the world. And this is the same Barsha that keeps trying to get you arrested and keeps failing because you just keep killing people. And he enters, and after him comes this older person, a woman in rather gaudily streaked robes, and Barshar looks at the servant and says, "Light the braziers and you may leave." And the servant does so and steps out. And as soon as the servant's torchlight has receded, Barshar explodes at the older woman and says, "What was that? That wasn't what I expected at all. Do you even know what you're doing here with this thing?" And the woman is like, "This is not like shearing sheep. This is a delicate matter. Every use of this object is an exploration. I don't think that you have the right expectations for this art." And Barshar continues to blow up. This is not an art, it's an abomination. Yes, Kiana.
While they are having this argument, unfortunately, Kiana does not have what I would call impulse control at all. And so she was upset on seeing Barshar and then hearing this sort of tirade and then learning that this is the person using the item that we rightfully stole, gets really upset. And so I think I would like to just sort of clash.
Sure.
Aiming at the woman specifically, because I maybe still have some feelings about Barshar that...
You have a move that you can use if you want, where if you're not already in combat and there's somebody an arm's length away from you, you can just kill them without rolling. Do you want to do that, or do you want to clash?
I think I want to do that. So we have this statue of Kiana, and while this woman is being berated verbally by Barshar, suddenly she is berated physically by an axe, sort of cleaving her head from her torso.
Awesome. Yes, she's in the middle of saying, "None of you understands this art. It is a delicate thing. Just the next thing Barshar sees, the next expression on this woman's face is surprise and steel, and you still look like a marble statue, but it's fading. And I think the woman just of course slumps in a pile of blood, and there you are standing, and Barshar shouts, "Kiana, what are you doing here? Look, wait, whatever it is, I'm sorry I sent those people after you, but you killed them, so we're even, right? Like..."
And then you followed it up by stealing from me. We're clearly not even yet. And she sort of hefts the axe.
That was confiscation. Look, there's a real difference. This is the kind of thing I tried to get you to appreciate, but you at any moment he's going to think to shout for the guards. But so far, he's still caught up in your drama.
Does he have the amulet on him?
No, not that you see.
Does the corpse have the amulet on it that someone else sees?
Not that you see, no. Let's see. Aloysius, what do you do?
Can I build a bridge between them?
Let's see here. The bridge move that you have is Oh, yeah. Wow.
When you want two people to connect. Say how you sing the praises of one to the other and then invoke an epithet and roll.
You know what? Give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you step from the shadows, and your statue illusion is fading. Um, how does this play out?
I'm gonna come out, look at them, and then say, "Oh, Kiana, this is the one that you're always talking so glowingly about."
Okay, pick an
Usually
epithet and roll.
together at night. That's gonna be who dips their words in honey.
Sure.
Sure, this is gonna be fun. That's a 9. No, that's a 10.
Okay, that's good. That's still a glowing success. Okay. On a glowing success, you build a bridge between them. Who do you want to take a heart from whom?
It looks like I give the listener 1 heart from the other person, or oh no, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
So
I want to give Kiana a heart.
Yes. Okay. So somehow you soften Barshar again toward Kiana. Tell me more about what you say.
Kiana is always speaking so glowingly of your presence in the city and just how much you have endowed the people with your grace and charm and your moving insights into everything that you do. Honestly, she never shuts up about you.
Kiana, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Kiana is staring at you like, what the fuck? But knows to keep her mouth shut, maybe.
I do have quite a presence. I've worked hard at it. I didn't know that you appreciated it, Kiana. And of course, I do have tremendous endowment that I try to give the city so that it will remember me. But I really, maybe you've actually started coming around, Kiana. I'm glad the guards didn't kill you.
Well, I'm sure you knew that they wouldn't.
Of course, yes. You can see a patch where he must have torn his hair out the last time the guards died at your sword, at your axe.
It is remarkable flirting, I must say. Not everyone has the gall it takes to send people to die for their love. Not even like the people's dying love. It's the love of the ones around them. Heartbreaking. I love it.
There has been too much heartbreak between us, Kiana. Kadavro, what are you doing?
Watching this gay shit. Kind of just staying there, being a statue, because it's just like, what's going on? It's like, what are my moves? Can I explore?
Yes, go for it. What epithet are you invoking?
Who has the strength to overcome despair?
Okay. The despair of watching this play out.
Really painful.
Oh, also your bolt 2, like plus bolt 2, -2 to finesse, that's gone now because I think the scene is way gone. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm no longer.
Yeah,
above
it
this.
ends. Yeah, it ends. I think. The fuck. Sorry.
I was willing
lights.
to let it go until like you could use it, but.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if the GM says otherwise, I'm not gonna fight right now.
Yeah, this is neither a bolt or a finesse.
Yeah.
This is an explorer. And that's a 7.
Okay, that's a miss. Awesome.
It's fine. It's just there pretending to still be
I have
the
a heart on
statue.
you. I have a heart on you. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
one. I'll give you one
Okay.
because it's 7, right? So 8
Yeah.
will give you a success. Yeah, I'll give you one. I'll give you one.
Okay.
I see what you're doing, and I think I hold up the spell like a little bit longer so you can still look like like you're
Mhm.
blending it with the background. The statue's not
Nice.
moving. It was already here. It's just also over there. Like that's what I'm doing. Just holding up the spell a little bit longer for you.
Nice. Okay, so it is a success, a glowing success. So then ask 2 of those.
Best way to go from here, and what are the others missing here?
The others are missing that little portals keep opening and closing in the wall and floor and ceiling, like little bubbles, like the walls are fizzing. And through them you see different things, like deep cedar forest or a dark cave lit with phosphorescence, or something that looks familiar that you can't quite place where you've seen it before, some room or hallway. And these things just keep burping into reality and going away. And the best way to go from here is to find where the amulet is. And on the woman's body there is a bronze key, and I don't want to say where it goes, but it will get you in there wherever it is. Maybe that's cheating.
And no, I mean, seeing this, kind of with this information while they're having this conversation, I just want to try and gently get this key. Don't just ignore the corpse.
Okay. And Aki, your illusion of Kadavro just belonging here just makes it so that nobody notices as they pick up the key, take it off the belt of this dead woman. And Barshar is like, well, Kiana, if you came here to make up, then it's about time, I have to say. I'm glad it took you long enough. And you can see that he's like blushing and feels kind of off balance here, even though it's his room in his palace. And he says, so do you want a drink or something? Can I do anything for you and your friend here?
I do want to like shift so I can make eye contact with Kiana without him really noticing.
Fair.
And just like do a little killing this guy gesture.
Unfortunately for you, you did your job too well, and my vulnerable heart is very open to flattery. And so rather than that, I will sort of pretend I don't see you, very obviously pretend that I don't see you.
Ouch.
And say, a drink sounds lovely, but surely you have something locked away that the servants don't know about?
Yes, my finest jug of wine, all the way from all the way from the far city of Badidaya, city of 5 rivers, known for their fantastic wine. Yes, I can bring that out for you. Wabi-Sabi, what are you doing?
Sadly, I am watching this go down, and I'm accepting of most. This is a little too much. I would so now that I've seen that Kadavro has taken a key from the corpse.
Oh, we gonna split the party? We could do that.
We could do that. Or or I might fuck this up. I want to try using a spell. I'm not gonna say what spell it is just yet,
Right on.
because I want to see what I roll, and then based on what I roll, if I don't get it, then you know I'll say what I wanted to do and then what I have to do. I have a question though. This is technically the same scene. Can I still use can I use the same epithet? Like
You
if
can.
I wanted to
Yeah.
use... Okay,
Yeah.
dope. So I wish to use Who Sees Beauty in Imperfection again.
Excellent.
And I'm just gonna roll real quick if you don't mind. So I got 3 4s, which is what I
Okay.
needed to do a summoning spell.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one was a 6. If you need to know that.
No, that's good.
I think I still pass, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you call forth a demon or a shade in the underworld. You may command them once.
Sweats.
They can take up to 3 wounds. Is this
Now-
a demon or a shade of the underworld?
Oh, what kind of gay do I want to be? You're asking me too many questions here. Now I was thinking, and you tell me which one fits better.
Okay.
As a sorcerer, I know that sorcery also seeks to inhabit a body,
Yes.
and I have a body for it. It's a corpse. So I wanted to see if I could put it in the corpse and kind of make it stay with us for a little bit longer, kind of help us
Sure.
find the amulet, because in theory I've given it a body. So if in this case, if my command is, like, for example, just help us find what we're looking for, you get to keep the body, kind of thing, like a
Yeah,
exchange that way. I was wondering if that's how I could use it in this
Totally.
case.
totally.
But I'll let you pick if it's a shade or a demon. I
Oh
feel
no,
like
I
that-
love that. Well, it's a shade then, and it is. I want to say that this attracts attention.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was a statue this whole time. If I may, I was a statue standing, like, I was particularly behind the pathetic guy. I forgot his name.
For sure.
Farshar, thank you. I was behind him, and I'm seeing all this happen, and I just kind of like move my hand to pull at my magic so I can whisper a bunch of things. And once the shade appears, I stop being a statue. I'll hop down and kind of Will
Gesture.
Smith, yeah, like gesture to the body for it. My little mumbling in some sort of maybe ancient Atlantean is what I am using to speak to this shade was like the deal. And if
shade-
it enters, yeah.
The shade is this smoke-like being that is 8 feet tall, and has eyes glowing red. And it nods at you. You can't really see its facial features or anything because it's just like smoke. But then it steps over toward the body. It steps over between Kiana and Barshar and just like dips down into the body and kind of picks it up and puts it on like a coat, and it kind of, or like it stands up and seals the head up imperfectly. And this happens in full view of Kiana and Barshar, and of course Aloysius and everybody. And Barshar just stops flirting and what the hell?
Are we not friends? I thought we were friends.
Who the hell are you?
I was here the whole time. Just over there. Right
Don't
by this
worry about me.
perch.
And
How rude of you to not notice.
but he sees you too, Kadavro, right?
Yeah, we would too, I guess, because the spell is broken.
Kiana, are these oddballs with you?
I've never seen them in my life.
Well, then do me a favor and get rid of them, please. And this abomination, this wizard brought back to life. What?
You're so right. You know what? You should probably go get the wine and leave because it's going to be so messy. And then when you come back, we can crack it open, see what happens.
You don't have any hearts on this guy, but
Nope.
Kiana, you do. What do you say to convince Barshar to actually leave his own room while the dead are coming back to life and intruders are in the palace?
She, I think, reaches out a hand towards him and says, "You don't want to see this. I'll take care of it, just like old times."
Thank you. Yeah, good. It's so good to have you back, Kiana. And he just leaves, he just jets out of the room. And you all are there with this undead wizard that seems to be worn a bit imperfectly by a spirit inside of it, and says, "You summoned me. You may command me once."
I command you to stay and help us achieve our goal. And then you may leave with the body.
The light of possibility kindles in the dead eyes as she says, "What goal?"
I wish to have the amulet, but I don't know where it is.
I will find it for you. I feel its call. And after I have found it, I will leave with this body.
Yes. You're so beautiful. You wear this skin so imperfectly. I like the way that it dances on your bones.
Oh my God, are you flirting with the shade in the dead body?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You
Make an
said that
epithet.
it wore it imperfectly. You know,
Yes.
but that's like the key here. Okay, why do you think
That's
I
right,
hang out
your
with these
imperfection.
bozos? These
The
guys are
normal
suck.
night with
I love
goblins and
it.
ghosts.
Okay, pick an epithet and roll to entice.
The beauty and imperfection. Sorry.
I forgot about that when I said that, yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
I was like, you said the word, and I was like, huh. So, I'm sorry. What am I? I'm rolling. A
You gotta pick an
regular-
epithet first, and
Right?
then, yeah. Oh, well, of course it's gonna be who sees the beauty and imperfection, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's entice.
Entice, right? Yeah. So. Oh, I haven't done a regular.
This whole time.
It's not the.
Yeah,
It's
actually
not the
2d6.
same, right? Yeah, it's just
2d6.
actually 2d6 this time. That's
Plus
what I
a
was
flat
thinking.
number. Yeah.
Thank you. Shit. Wait.
What'd you get?
12.
Yay!
I did this, and then I got scared because I keep thinking it's magic, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're just gonna kill me now." In a
I love
pleasant
this.
way.
Your first normal move. So when you appeal to someone's physical or emotional sensibilities, on a burning success, you invoke an epithet and roll. And on a burning success, you get in over your head. You get a heart from the dead person in the body, and choose one from the glowing success list and one from the burning success list.
Oh, that's so spicy. These are very spicy. Oh, I want to spark a sublime, exalting passion. I want to mark fire. Both of us mark fire.
Okay, all right. Oh, I have misread my own rules. I'm supposed to choose. They're supposed to choose, but I like that. Okay, so they will. So they all right. It will mark fire, and you get to mark fire, and it will. Which one were you picking from the first list? I was just gonna say, betray a world force for your sake. Let's do that one.
Sorry, which one?
So I get to pick one from the glowing success list in Entice, which is get flustered and off balance, betray a world force for your sake, or give in to their desire. And I think it would be really good if they betray the secrets of Atlantis for your sake.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
But they have a heart of yours. Oh no! You pick the other one. So they mark fire and you mark fire. Okay,
Yeah.
so they sort of flex their fingers, their new fingers, and crick their new neck, and they say, "You are different. You are the kind of person that would have been right at home in my old world, the one that the gods destroyed for exactly this kind of meddling. I feel a kindred spirit here. I will show you the amulet. I will take you there, and there's no time to lose. Let's go." And I think starts to walk out of the room and stops and sees you, Kadavro, and stops and says, "Oh, it's you.
It's me.
I haven't seen you in forever."
Yeah. It's been a while.
When you escaped from the land of the dead, everything became more dull and gray down there. But I never thought in a million years that I would see the sunlight again and see you in it.
It's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
I mean, you've looked better, but it's still lovely to see you. I'm sorry, I was always too frank.
It's okay. This new body has taken some time to get used to.
I bet. You used to be all blue and gold. I remember you before death. I don't know if you remember me from back then.
My memory is fragmented. I remember things, but I don't always remember the contexts.
I used to be called Liliz. And you used to be called Adiron
Diron.
in the old world.
The name is familiar. Like a memory you've forgotten.
I may, through the work of this very unusual, unlikely person over here, waves at Wabi-Sabi, I may actually get the chance to help you remember. But I have a command I must fulfill, so let us go.
Yes. We have plenty of time.
I used to think that. I don't think that anymore, now that I have gotten to escape the underworld. And she strides out of the room, and it was probably weird getting these words from a woman whose head was split in two and who's just sort of really trying through willpower just to keep it together, literally. But she turns and she strides out of the room, and like a hunting dog, just turns left and goes down this perpendicular hallway and goes until she finds an archway that leads out into a staircase. And the staircase is in this enormous central plaza, like an atrium in this palace. And you can see now that you are on the third story of this building, and that the atrium goes to the full height of the building, and there are people milling about, servants and functionaries running across the courtyard. And you can see somewhere down there, coming out of the doorway, Barshar with a large clay amphora stoppered at the top. And this staircase is, on one side is the inner wall of the atrium, and on the other side it just is sheer down to the bottom of the courtyard. And this dead woman just starts walking down the staircase with no guile or sense of secrecy about this. What do you do? Wabi-Sabi, what do you do with this?
Well, I'm enjoying the view. I was listening intently. These are the things that I want to hear, that I like hearing. This is exactly what my interests are in as well. So I mean, I did give them a command. So it's in my best interest. It is in my best interest to follow at that. But like, just as a clarifying thing, Aloysius and Kiana are still here before we
You're all together.
follow. Yeah, we're all together.
Yeah. That's my understanding.
I'll turn to them. You're gonna keep that wet guy?
Oh. God, no. Are
Will
we?
you-
No.
Will you keep them distracted? We can search.
That's up to Kiana's preference.
My preference, you're the one who arranged it.
As a bit, I was gonna throw him out the window.
But he's 3 stories down, coming out of this archway with amphora. I don't think he's seen you yet. But pretty soon the servants are going to notice the wizard woman with a cleft pate, and things are going to get chancy. Aloysius, are you just going along with this?
I'm following Kiana's lead, and if they don't give one, then we'll probably leave them to it.
Yeah, I think that Kiana sort of glances down the atrium, sees him with the giant amphora, and says, I mean, I finished up that last bottle. You deserve some of this one.
Tempting to be sure, but he's also something of a wet rat of a man, you know what I mean?
You're a sailor? I thought you liked them wet.
Yeah, but not rats.
Sort of looks at you a little dubiously, having seen some of your other partners.
Some were literal rats. I don't know. Are there rat men in this world? I don't know.
Kadavro, the cat jumps down from your shoulders and scurries on ahead of the group down the stairs and starts meowing at the closest staff member that she sees. And the wizard woman with the split skull says, "It's this way, all the way down, and through that doorway." And is just talking loudly.
We really should put a hat on that one.
I am going now. Drink his liquor, wet his dick, do as you wish. West, and I'm going to
I'm also
them.
going to have fun.
For reference, I will go and like kind of link arms with
Wizard woman?
the shade wizard
Yeah.
woman. Yeah, we gotta get a name for him.
Yeah, we
soon.
need a name. Okay, Idama.
Idama.
Idama was the name of the woman.
Was
the
the
name of the ghost was Lilith.
Yeah.
Spelling? Can you type that?
Oh,
into-
Liliz. Yeah, here.
Liliz. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go link arms with Liliz, so that way they're not entirely toppling over. And when I see that their skull is kind of super visible,
Yeah.
I like it. But I know that everybody else, you know, they want like that perfect symmetry. They want that Chris Hemsworth face. So I will take off my hat, put my hat on them, and just be like, so I like your very loud, extremely booming voice.
Thank you.
But we might attract unwanted attention.
I have not had a voice in 2,000 years. I cannot tell you how great it is to have a voice. It is amazing. You have a lot of spells in here. Oh, what does this one do? You know a spell I don't know yet. Okay.
Oh, you're reading my hat. I was so confused. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Why do you keep spells in your hat? Still talking at full volume. And like a servant walking by with an amphora just drops it and grain breaks, and grain spills out all over the courtyard floor. And another one sees this and hears what's going on, and you successfully hid the split skull. It was great. But the wizard is just saying all this stuff, which I guess is actually not that weird for the wizard woman, because she was
I was
a
gonna
wizard.
say, at this point, I'm just playing along. Once more people show up, because it just looks like we're two hot wizards.
confident
Talking
sorceresses.
about exactly. We're talking about magic. I'm with somebody who was hired to be here. So if anything, I just look like I'm helping the help. And Kadavro is with us, jacked. That's our bodyguard. Okay, so now we look like we belong here. I'm gonna argue that. Here's
All
where
right.
I fight with the
All
G.
right. I like it. Sure. Yes. You all go down through this doorway and into a dark corridor without raising the alarm. Barshar comes toward you, Kiana, and says, I found it!
Lovely. Well, your room's a bit of a mess now, so is there somewhere else we could partake?
Yes, there is, actually. Come with me. And he's doing his best Lothario voice, and it's really kind of sad. But you can see, like, this whole palace is kind of his man cave. And he's like, I have a special room. I'm glad you're actually going to get to see it. I've thought of you in this room so many times. It's a little short of help right now, but you and I, we can make our own magical evening. And leads you through the same doorway. And you all can hear that these people you were trying to leave behind are following you. So Wabi-Sabi and Kadavro, you can hear your friends following you. Barshar hasn't seen you yet. It is rather dark, and the wizard woman doesn't need a light to see, and just takes you down a further flight of stairs into the pitch black dark, and says, "It's up here." And Barshar says, "Was that the wizard?"
I'm gonna kiss him.
I'm
It's
gonna
like-
catch the bottle.
It's dark, so you can't see Aloysius' expression, but it's like, ugh, dang it, and then just kisses.
Okay, roll to entice.
Yeah. Let's do that.
What epithet are you invoking?
What indeed? I guess I can't dip my words in honey here.
Sounds like you're
So
going
let's
right
thirst for
past
the unknown.
Oh, so this is a
Kissing a
kiss out of
dude.
thirst.
Thirst for the Angora. Oh, that's really cool, and it's not technically out of the tray, so I'm gonna keep it. My dice bounced up onto the edge of my tray and landed perfectly, so it did a little flip for me. That was cute. That's gonna be a 8. Just barely a success.
Perfect. All right. You get a heart from Barshar.
Just who I wanted it from.
Yeah, who gets flustered and off balance and forgets whatever he was saying before and says, wow. Well, actually, at first he doesn't say anything because you locked lips with him.
I'm gonna
I
also
thought she-
be
yeah.
waving Kiana along. Not in a you're not invited way, in a go make sure they're handled and aren't gonna get caught kind of way.
It is totally up to you when you release this man.
As long as it takes. He doesn't seem hard to impress.
No. He's got all this wealth and power and influence, but he's actually an easy mark. And
Listen, if I can pick his pocket while I'm at it, I will.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. It's pouches in this day and age, but you can cut his purse. I think he's got a little bit of walking around bones. And yeah, he's getting into the embrace. You've got his money, and I'm assuming at a certain point you let him down easy.
If there's not a convenient window nearby, yeah, I guess you can go down easy.
Go down easy or let him down hard.
Kiana,
Listen, Aloysius, a wee bit jealous. Especially because this is the guy? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Kiana will this time follow Aloysius's orders, suggestions, hand gestures. So I think she sort of gently eases the amphora out of his hands when he is getting kissed, and will then take it and sort of balance it on her hip as she saunters down away after the other two plus the shade.
do you take a torch? There is one to hand.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. All right, then a little bit of light dawns on you, Kadavro and Wabi-Sabi, and from behind, and you can see a little bit of where you're going. These slick stone steps as everything gets damp down here, and it is it's a narrow passage. It doesn't look like people come down here very often, and the wizard woman is striding ahead and gets to a door and stops in front of it and just bumps into it with her nose, and just says, "It's in here. I can't get in." Aloysius, what are you up to up top?
I want to get him turned around and going the wrong way.
Okay.
And also, because you said it's dark, right?
It is. It's dim.
So I want him turned around going the wrong way in the opposite direction I'm going.
Okay. All right.
I could, if so inclined, use Escape Artist.
Well, you have a heart of his, so you could just give him the push by spending that heart.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. If you want to spend it now, otherwise,
No. I feel like I can get another one pretty easily if I have to. So, at least from this guy.
So yeah. So whoa. Hi. I guess I could show you my special chamber too.
Wonderful.
We
love a chamber around here.
Which way were we going?
You're right. That's the one. As you were. To your chamber. Right. Chamber it up.
Right, this way. And he starts walking the other way down the hallway. And
I'm right behind you. I'm so excited.
There is actually another stairway going down the opposite direction, and he just goes down it. I can't wait for you to see all the accessories.
Alicia's gonna listen to him go down this other stairway, and then just kind of be like, "There's no way that loops around." And kind of go find the rest of the group.
So the Bashar has walked off in another direction. Aloysius, are you catching up to the others, or
yeah?
What are you? Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go find Kiana, and hopefully Kiana has found the rest.
Okay.
And like as I catch Kiana, I'm going to grab the amphora and take a swig because apparently the man tasted like ham and wood smoke.
Yeah, I dropped that in the pause. Uh, it is really good wine. I guess that City of Five Rivers really does have really good wine.
Damn. You tried this yet?
I was waiting for you.
Oh, well.
But like in this day and age, people don't usually drink the wine straight from the amphora. They water it down. So this is really strong and unfiltered. And so it's kind of going to your head a little bit.
I'm gonna do something very gay. Very gay. Okay. I'm gonna take another swig and then offer to kiss Kiana with the swig.
I was gonna do the same thing, so good, great.
All right, let's go.
Same page.
Yeah. It tastes even better with your best friend's lips on the other side of it. So, yeah, that is. I'm going to say give each other another heart. That, unless you object, but that is suddenly the night's looking up. You know.
We're
Right against your lips, Kiana will say. See, now wasn't that worth it?
All right. When you're right, you're right.
So you all are in the palace of one of the most powerful people in the city, and you're apparently headed for the dungeon in that palace, and the guy is a total drip, but you have this excellent wine. Lila's the undead wizard sorcerer is coming to this door, and the farmer's hat bumps down onto her face, and she just, as if she was an automaton, just keeps trying to walk into the door and says, "They keep it in here. I can't get in. They keep it in here. I can't get in."
Oh, yes, you're not used to being physical again. 1 second. I'm gonna take their hand and just show them that there's a door handle. But like also let them like feel up the fucking like door for a second. Just be like, that's solid. You can't go through that anymore.
Oh. All right. Well, my work here is done.
Mm-hmm.
You all can take it from here. I'm gonna see what this body can do. Adira, are you staying with them, or are you? Do you want to come with me? He looks at you, Kadavro.
At other times, I think I would, but I need to at least make sure my friends stay safe.
All right. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to find you. I think my spirit will be drawn to yours. Try not to get caught by the demons and sent back to the underworld.
I'm doing my best.
I would hate for eternity to separate us again. In the meantime, the world is small. I'm sure I will be able to find you. And the Liliz takes the hat off, drops it on the ground, and mumbling to herself, tries to walk past all of you down in this tiny little corridor with a closed oak door on one side and a stone staircase on the other, and tries to walk back up the stairs. Wabi-Sabi, what do you think of this?
me is like, yeah, you go do you. Enjoy that body. The other half is like, well, you are in a body where it's like you for the most part, you can probably get by in here and leave. No problem. But your head is cracked open. So, I wonder. I'm going to try and cast magic real quick before they go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta pick an epithet. I'll take the who bears the mark of impermanence because this will leave a mark.
Awesome.
Yeah. So please be good. Okay, that is what I need.
Excellent.
That is what I need. It's 8 is still a success, right?
8. Well, as long as you don't roll 5 and 6 or 2 6s, and you match because you're casting a spell.
I'm casting Metamorphosis.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you match the pattern that you need, which for Metamorphosis 2 dice of equal value.
I got 2 4s. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Then yeah, you can do Metamorphosis, and it's not a burning success.
Awesome.
Okay.
So I can transform myself, or a mortal, or a creature. I should have asked this before. Does Lilith count as a creature?
Lilith's body counts as a mortal.
Okay. Then I could still do the spell on them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
So before they go, I am just gonna be like, oh wait, 1 second, come back here.
You don't command me anymore, but it's not resisting hard, like.
Yeah, I know, but your head is. Most mortals don't have their skulls on display.
Oh, and like reaches up and touches her forehead and brings it back down and sees the blood on it. It's like tastes it. Oh, that's new.
Mm-hmm.
Our blood didn't taste like this.
What did your blood taste like? And while I'm asking this question, that's how I'm like casting the spell. I'm using their blood. I'm pulling it like string, and I'm stitching up their face. They're going to have
using blood for string. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just gonna stitch the flesh together all the way up nice, but it will leave like a scar, like that's
Sure.
like fully down, like however far down, like they were like their like skull was like cracked open. So however the scar will form. We haven't been anywhere where I could do this yet, but I like to think that all of the scars and stuff that I have that came from my magic on myself, like have a bioluminescence about them. So that's what's gonna happen to Lila's like later, I guess. They'll be like, oh, what's this? Oops. Which sucks for y'all because unfortunately it means I'm like a little glow light here at night. That's okay. Just wrap me up in a towel or something. But yeah.
That's awesome. Yes, totally. It is glowing, this glowing line down her forehead and sort of to one side of her nose. But she's saying our blood tasted like rock candy. This is salty like iron. Oh, thank you for that. All right, I'm going now.
Yes, now you can go.
And doesn't look back, just walks on up into her new life. And you all are down there alone in front of this door. And Kadavro, I think you have a key.
Yes, I do. So I'm gonna unlock that door with said key.
All right. You unlock the door and it is it's a wizard's workshop, a sorcerer's workshop, where the walls are covered in inscriptions, like clay has been put on top of these stone walls and been inscribed in, just covered in words in what Wabi-Sabi you recognize as Atlantean, with string connecting some of the words on the walls to this half-height block of stone in the middle that has like a little silver collar and plate on it there, and all these strings are connecting words of power to this silver dish that the amulet is not on. And you can see that somebody has dug a tunnel into this room, from underneath, and the amulet is gone.
That's unfortunate.
Wabi-Sabi does exactly what I'm doing. Hands are clasped together, pressed against their lips, and then they just move it down their face and open both palms like, what the fuck? But I look at Aloysius. Do you want to jump down that hole?
For you, my dear. I'll jump down any hole. And I will.
Wait, not right now, dude. Let's look around the room first. I just mean, could you do it later?
I said a cool line and everything.
You did, and I am swooned.
Doing my double entendre. Goodness.
Do you want me to swoon? I am swooned. I can.
We'll redo it later when the moment's right.
Okay.
But you're cute. I was gonna brush their finger along your chin. You know the thing, the little. I'm gesturing and it's useless in a podcast format, but you all know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Little thumb gesture against the chin.
I think that Aloysius should still get a heart from Wabi-Sabi. But I'll keep track in case you get 4 hearts. But
don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have faith in me.
Me too. You can also see that there are alcoves in this room, and in one of them, the floor is disturbed, and there's all these spectral, multicolored trees, like birch trees that have grown up, and they have some of the same look of those giant blocks that were making the building in your neighborhood, where they look kind of like they're made of smoke. The cat seems to have caught up with you, and is poking around, and the cat rubs herself against the trunk of the tree, and you can see that the tree starts to flake apart and turn to smoke again.
I'm gonna pick up the cat, hold it in front of Wabi-Sabi, and just ask, are we sure this isn't an Atlantean cat?
May I vibe check this cat?
Yes.
Okay. I guess figure out.
Yeah, figure out.
Yeah. I gotta pick.
Yeah, pick an epithet.
Who bears the mark of impermanence makes sense to me because
Awesome.
I'm trying to suss them out in a specific way.
Yeah. In best story gamer style, you all are not picking the one that's worth the most. You're just going with the one that, fits best. And I think that's great.
Sorry, again, I keep forgetting. Pick the highest, right? Because up until now, I've just been looking for. I'm like, do these match? Do these?
No, that's perfect. No, I love it. Yeah, that's exactly what I would want. So what was your result?
I have 4, 3, and a 5. So I think that's
oh
either
no,
8 or
sorry.
9.
No, sorry. This is a regular move. So you just roll 2d6 and
Oh yes! Oh my god!
and
I'm
add
sorry.
the number. I love that you're just so much in the sorcery world. You're like,
Yeah. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm thinking too hard.
Although we could roll with that, but no. Do the move you wanted to do.
I was gonna say if we want to roll with that, technically I have 2 dice that equal to the sum of 8, so I could do scrying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you go to figure out the cat, and then without even thinking about it, you're scrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, without your mirror, and look at the cat in its reflection, and in the reflection, the cat is a large woman with a head of a black cat and jewelry all over her chest and her piercing her cat ears, and just looks at you through the reflection. It says, "What?" What? Is there something on my face?
Oh, hello, beautiful. Do you know what you
Oh.
look like to us?
Oh God, you can see me, can't you?
I can.
You will never find the amulet. You must never have the amulet. The amulet is mine. It will be mine. And the cat, the cat not in the reflection, meows and runs down the hallway, down the tunnel.
The cat wants the amulet.
Why
It's
does the
not a
cat want
cat.
the amulet?
It's not a cat. I mean, she had a cat head with the rest of her body. Mm-mm. Lots of jewelry, too.
Strange.
So, are we picking up a fight, or are we seducing our way out of this, or are we just letting bygones be bygones and robbing Bush, whatever his name is, out of all of his wealth and jewels? Honestly,
Both.
I'm kind of fine with the last one.
That's a good point.
This is a world of a lot of gods, and is a city with temples to 3 gods. And this cat, I want to say, looks like an idol that you once saw carved of Anzu, the goddess of beauty, beasts, boundaries, and mirrors.
That's the god I made.
Oh, excellent.
I was feeling some type of way, and I just need you to know I almost put cats. So I thought this is so funny, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this cat just because this is a good reference, like an inside one for me. But now I know it's fucking Anzu. That's hilarious.
Awesome.
I even found that bitch with a mirror. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it worked out.
It did. It did.
So Aloysius' question stands. It's a good question.
Yes. Well.
Mhm. I like the money. We need the money.
We really do need the money.
But if we
Yeah.
rob him, you're not gonna be soft on him, are you?
Me?
You and Kiana, you guys were supposed to get wet.
Get
Moisture was
very wet.
exchanged, but not in a way that makes me feel any sort of remorse over robbing him completely out of every little tiny little gem and jewel and gold and bone. I actually already have. And Aloysius is gonna hold up the pouch that I just remembered I had stolen while kissing
You
him.
did. You totally did.
I've got a head start, so we might as well finish the job. Let the gods have the amulets.
Yeah, you've
He's
got
bound
coin.
to have more Atlantean things around here anyway that are better and more interesting than something
That
that
aren't-
has a.
Gonna get us killed because
Exactly.
more people want them and are willing to kill for them.
Probably not. Maybe one, just to keep things exciting.
Sure.
We've been killing tons for them. There is no difference. Don't be soft now.
Kiana, how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I mean, Kiana, I am fine with robbing him, and I've been killing the guards that he's sent after me since we broke up. So, it's robbing anything we can get from this little palace is not much different, I think, from status quo.
Okay. In this room, the only thing of literal value is the silver dish that's on the stone workbench. But just outside this room, there's a side tunnel that goes to a different locked room. I want to say there are two locked rooms down here, other than the one you're currently in. And maybe you'll find more stuff there, or you can go back up the steps and just leave with a little purse of bone coins.
I mean, I want to see what's down here.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Both doors are locked. The key that you have doesn't work on them. What do you do? I want to say that Kadavro, you're still ripped.
Can I rip down one of the doors with my buff strength?
Yeah, you rolled to bolt +2.
+2.
Well, and plus whatever your F that is worth.
Mhm. Who will not be silenced again?
Awesome.
So that is a 12.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Okay. So you turn this door into kindling and choose one from the burning success list on bolt. Endanger a friend, sow chaos or destruction, or overshoot your mark.
Let's sow some chaos and destruction.
Okay, awesome.
I'll mark 1 fire.
All right. You're up to 3 fire now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let me know when you hit 4, or when anybody hits 4. Okay, you burst the door down with your bare hands and feet, and there was a brazier of coals inside the room that you also tipped over, and in the horrific underlight glow, you can see that you have found your way into Barshar's playroom, and
No more playing.
you've set fire to these silken cushions and pillows that are on the floor. There's a box made of some dark oiled wood that the fire reaches over to, and it catches, and like there's a couple amphora of wine in the back, and it's only a matter of time before the fire gets to them.
Oh, we need to save the wine.
The room is now a labyrinth of burning blankets and cushions, but you can try to save the wine if you want. What do you all do?
Yeah, we'll try to save the wine.
Okay. And the wine, I mean, wine doesn't burn, so probably fine. It's not that high alcohol content, but it could be liquor. It might not actually be wine. And then that would be pyrotechnic. But yeah, sure. Roll to finesse if you want to get the wine.
Okay. Am I still buff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're -2 to finesse.
Who has the strength to overcome despair?
Awesome.
I'll despair if I don't get that wine.
We have another one. We didn't drink it all yet.
Okay.
No.
And that is an 8. I rolled a 10 -2.
Okay. All right. And what was that epithet worth?
It was worth a 0.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was 8. Okay. Well, still, you get it. All right.
Yeah.
You are able to get, I want to say, 1 amphora, and it is not wine. It is, like, schnapps. It's some sort of fermented liquor. And you rescue one of them, and you do not rescue the other one. And it's only a matter of time before the heat cracks the clay and all that liquor goes up.
You might want to move quickly.
Second door then?
Yes.
Do you want to try bursting it down one more time, or does somebody else want to try?
Can we
So
finesse it open?
I was going to say, can somebody
Or
finesse
you can
this
try
open?
finessing it. Also that, yes. Yeah,
I will try to finesse it open
excellent.
with my thirst for the unknown. I got an 11.
Oh, great. Burning success.
Mm-hmm.
So your curiosity, greed, or ambition has gotten the better of you. Mark fire. You reach too far or find more than you wanted. Ooh, okay. So you are able to pick the lock on this door, and how does this work? It swings open, and inside the room is glittering with silver, gold, and bone coins, and it's it's Barshar's treasure room. And there is there's a silver mirror in there, propped up against the wall, and it's there with some other valuable worked items that he seems to have collected. And I want to say that like there is somebody in the mirror who sees you, and says, "Oh, you're not Barshar."
I'm gonna blow them a kiss. Honey, I'm better than him. And then I'm gonna turn the mirror on flat, like on the ground.
You can hear their voice from the ground saying, look, please, take me with you, okay? Could you just take me with you? Just take the whole mirror. I've been stuck down here for a long time.
Lift it back up.
And the person has blue skin with stars in it, and they're dressed in a red robe tied around them like a sash, and they're saying, I've been down here for a long time. I've taught Bashar all sorts of things. I've taught his sorceress all sorts of things, and I'm just tired of it. I just want to go, you know?
Can I try to figure this person out?
Sure, yeah.
If they like, I don't know, mean trouble for us.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna only show glimpses of my heart, so that's not gonna add anything. Oh, and that's
Awesome.
only a 6.
Awesome.
Anyone have anything they can do to help?
Can we put multiple?
Each of you can use one,
Okay.
but more than one of you can offer help. Are you the only one who has a heart of Aloysius? That's fine. That's
Okay. Rip Aloysius. I'm not helping.
No, that's okay. I'm fine with the miss on this one.
all right. Mark XP, Aloysius.
Nice.
You collecting hearts and not giving any away. That's the thing. Like you do.
It's
Okay.
glimpses of the heart. That's why.
Yeah, totally.
There's a reason that's
So-
0.
Ask one question from the glowing success list, but you reveal more than you wanted about yourself.
I want to know what they. No, they've told me what they want. I want to know. What do they love the most?
Ooh. They used to love knowledge the most, but now they're getting increasingly curious about death. It's still knowledge though. It's really knowledge that they love the most. But they ask you, what do you love the most?
I think while Aloysius is sort of talking and trying to determine how much he believes this person, there is frequent glances towards each member of the group. And I think it reveals that he is asking because he doesn't want to put them in danger. Because there's no one she loves more than these 3 people.
Oh. I'm not even going to make you choose. among them. That's too perfect. So good. Okay. Yeah. This blue person in the mirror says, I can help you. I can help your friends. Terrible misfortune is going to befall all of you if you don't take me out of here with you.
Misfortune that you have caused because you are threatening us, or misfortune because you have some sort of glimpse into anything, really?
I can tell that you all have upset the balance of the cosmos with your meddling, and it's about the amulet, and it's going to catch up with you if you don't have my protection.
Wabi-Sabi, this is really your area of expertise. Would you be a darling?
I peek my head out like, are you done talking with the mirror?
Yes, unfortunately, it's lacking my reflection, so I'm real bored.
All this time, are you all just like filling your pockets? I mean,
Yes.
Good.
I have all of. I have all
Stay on
of
mission. Stay on mission.
Yeah, I
this
No.
jerky robes just filling anything I can.
No fucking way that we're not, okay? We are professionals.
Good. I'm
We
proud
can-
of you.
we can-
I
we
love
can
you
be-
all.
Yeah, exactly. We can be super gay, super horny, super pathetic, but still get the job done all at once. Let's go.
Hey, rent.
Okay. So, above table real quick. I actually can get him out of the mirror. With metamorphosis. And just so that we all know, I can also put them back in very easily. So, are we okay? Are we cool with me just pulling this bitch out of the mirror? And then if he does anything weird, I can just bye and put him back in?
Both of you think you can cast Metamorphosis twice in a row, but I'm here for it.
You don't understand the balls that I have with my
It's,
dice
it's
rolls.
just the Aki dice luck. Aki's dice
I
know that they're
trust
rolling.
It's
Aki's rolls.
it's
I have
the
so much faith in your rolls.
it's there's a reason why I chose summoning, and then I got it on the second try.
You did.
I almost picked elements. That's how ballsy I was. I was gonna pick summoning and elements. If I roll physical dice, I have all the luck in the world. If I roll digital dice, I've played VTM once where I rolled 10 dice and I got no successes. That's how bad digital dice hate me.
Okay, all right.
I am gonna let's see, what am I gonna do? This is also why I was really into sorcerer, because I don't have to look at the glowing successes where I'm gonna be I still kind of have to look at the glowing successes because I could get my ass beat with the magic, but I thought that was a way to balance it, you know?
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I need to pick an epithet. Move versus needs 2 dice of equal value. I don't think I can really wing it with seeing beauty and imperfection. I think I have to go with mark of impermanence.
Go for it.
Yeah. This is flex. No, mark of impermanence. I'm not gonna fucking talk myself to losing dice here. I almost did though. Yeet.
What'd you get?
Shit. I think I talked too much shit.
Excellent. What'd you get?
Are you?
I got 2 6s. That's what I said. I was like, shit. I think I talked too much shit.
It's still Metamorphosis.
It's still metamorphosis, but it's a
The burning success.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I was like, oh shit, I talked too much shit.
Now, oh, never mind. You have a 12. Never mind.
Yeah. It's So on a burning success, though, I reveal the subject's true form, at least for now. It says the player describes it, so I guess that has to be you.
Yeah.
GM.
Now,
But yeah.
I will say that if anybody wants to spend a heart on Wabi-Sabi, you can change the pip of one of the dice.
I have
by
a
one.
heart to spend.
But what were all 4 of your dice?
Oh, I only rolled 3. I had
Okay.
2 6s and a 3.
Okay, all right. So you could end up with a totally different spell if Aloysius were to spend a heart for you. It
can?
would not be more metamorphosis anymore, but do you want that?
No, I don't think any other spell works with what we want to do.
Okay.
I mean, I could also try and get him out if you wanted a different spell, but
Uh,
I think my
Uh,
only other spell options though would have been might though.
okay.
Yeah, and I don't really want to do might again. I mean, I like might, but I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Not- yeah, like at
One
least not
night.
for now. I'm trying to like do something with a mirror. I don't want to break the mirror just yet.
Okay,
Um,
so metamorphosis. Transform yourself or a mortal or creature near you into another mortal or creature the same size or smaller. Retains their pre-transformation abilities. But on a burning success, you reveal their true form, or at least what it is right now. And you pull them out of the mirror. And they stand there for a moment, 8 feet tall and blue, skin full of stars, and stand there in their glory. And they look at you and they say, "I'm free. You freed me. I can't believe it." And then they start shaking and convulsing. And what happened? What did you do? And like bits of them just start flaking off like dust, and they start to disintegrate, starting at the fingers and toes and then working their way inward. And they say, "Can't you make me stay?"
You have to be back in the mirror to stay. Can I make it so? Okay, wait. With metamorphosis, like, is it the mirror that they still need to be attached to? Because in theory, I could make the mirror be like attached to their back or something like that.
Okay, you intuit, I will say, that this is an Atlantean, and this is not their time. And because it's not their time, their true form in this time is non-existence. And so they just start to come apart at the seams.
Oh, it was the end of your age. You're not actually supposed to be here. I can fix that.
It's fucking like a
You
sorcerer.
need another body? Because Kiana and I can find Bashar and make him a body.
And then I can put him in the body.
And we put him in a body.
I can put you in the body.
I'm sorry, Kiana, you didn't want to kill Bashar earlier. We killed Bashar. Or an
Didn't she-
Atlantean that we don't know who came out of a mirror.
didn't you just grab a guard or something?
I guess we could grab whoever's closest.
Okay, I
You
can
better
do something
can-
super funny.
I also had an idea.
Yeah, Kadavro, what?
I have a move called Errand Shades. I can ask the shades to do something for me. Can I ask the shades to bring me a body?
Only if you roll a burning success, because they can't move solid things otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it.
Try it
y'all,
because
y'all better work fast, because this guy is rapidly turning into dust.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I'll use my who will not be silenced again, which is my 2.
Nice.
Come on, dice. And the dice heard me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that is 11 on the dice for a 13.
Okay. All right. Iron Shades.
On a burning
Um,
success, the shades are made more palpable by your flame. I mark fire, which will fill up my track.
Oh boy. Okay.
I was gonna
And
say
it's-
I was gonna say if you couldn't succeed, I was gonna put him back in the mirror and then mark fire to do the same thing. This is hilarious.
I'll
Okay.
ask them to bring me a body.
Okay.
It's time to defy the gods.
Yes. All right. So these shades appear around you and warm themselves by your living fire to the point where your friends see these shadowy figures coalesce around you and grow substantial to where they look like people but all grayed out. And you say, go find me a body, and they nod wordlessly and just march out of the room. And pretty soon you can hear screaming upstairs. The Atlantean is now lying on the ground, just a torso and head, and it's just flaking off into dust. But you defy the gods. So I want to say that you all are just mocking the cosmic order in so many different ways. I'm trying to think of in what way things catch up with you now. I want to say, okay,
Death.
the cat wanders back into the room, and with the cat is a snake and a hyena, and they all come padding into the room, and the cat speaks and says, "You are mocking our laws with every step. You should not have come down here. You should not have gone looking for the amulet in the first place. And now you must pay the price." So, Kadavro, the cat, the snake, and the hyena shed their mortal forms and start to turn into very large people. The room seems to get bigger, and the large people with the head of a snake, a cat, and a hyena. And to do this move, you first have to ask who will stand with you in this moment.
Who will?
100%.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to defy God soon too. Don't worry, Bestie. We're literally together.
Okay, awesome. Now roll 2d6 plus fire.
So that's a 12.
Of course it is. So even if each of the others of you spent a heart, you could not get down to... Oh no, you could. Who has
I don't
a heart?
think anyone has a heart on me. I think Wabi-Sabi was the only one, and she already used it.
Oh, okay.
No, I had two.
You too?
You can
You
only
gave
spend
me
one.
two.
Yeah, you can
But
only
you can
spend
only
one.
spend one in this
Yeah, I
moment.
can only spend one though. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still
I
going to be a
mean-
burning success.
It would be, because it would push it down to an 11, which is still a burning
Yeah.
success.
Yeah,
Is that what
Yeah.
you want?
it's what you got.
All right. Yeah, I got a burning success.
Okay, on a burning success, you briefly take the place of the world force, in this case, the gods, wounding them and invalidating one of their epithets. Say how you rise to godlike power, spurning any being's commands. All who stood with you, mark 1 wound. So one of your epithets is wounded and now is worth a flat number of -1. So you can wound one of Anzu's epithets, invalidate one of its domains of beauty, beasts, boundaries, or mirrors. Which one would you like to invalidate?
Boundaries.
Boundaries, excellent. And how do you rise to godlike power, spurning these God's commands?
Rewrite the laws of life and death for a little bit, like I've done before. Because I mean, I got back here somehow. That same kind of power still lies within me, and with these shades bringing me a body, I think I almost reel them all back in with one move, with a body of someone, and. You can kind of see that I'm connected to all of the shades with these threads that come from me. They're merely just extensions of myself, these spirits that used to be people but are really no longer.
Okay. All right. I want to say that all the light in the room dims and all the shadows seem connected to you. Reset your fire track to 1. Take a new doom move.
Yeah, I will take Private Hell.
Perfect for what you were just describing. Yeah. And overwrite one of your epithets with that doom, which is who cheats death of its harvest, and it's worth +3. And each of you, of the others, how terrifying do you find Kadavro right now, on a scale from 0 to 3?
Is 3 the most terrifying, or
Yes.
0? Okay.
3 is the most terrifying.
I don't think I can. I think you're gonna get a fat 0 from me. This is, unfortunately, this is not only have I made it very clear that this is shit that Wabi-Sabi's into, but like also just it kind of goes against my the epithet that I have that has the most worth, being beauty and imperfection, and there's nothing more imperfect than defying a fucking god to their face and then rendering their that's too good for me. I don't find you terrifying at all. I'm into it.
I think I am also kind of into it, because not only am I one who thirsts for the unknown, and this is on one hand an unknown side of Kadavro, because we have simply never seen this much power from them, but also it is at its core who Kadavro is. Like all of your epithets coming together, this is just a more distilled version of Kadavro, and I've previously established I love the 3 of you all very, very, very much.
Awesome.
It is a 3 for me. I put a lot of effort into making people dead, and you destroying that boundary is honestly kind of hurtful to me. And it makes me feel a little bit useless.
Okay, you have 0 hearts from Aloysius and Wabi-Sabi. You have 3 hearts from Kiana. Total. That's great. Okay, the moment passes. Kadavro, you return basically to your mortal self, but Anzu has to withdraw, and the other gods follow suit. But they look over their shoulders at you with vengeful glares. But they scurry out as a cat, a cobra, and a hyena.
Yeah.
The moment passes. Kadavro is no longer Lord of Death, but I think you all can still see little shades kind of flickering around Kadavro. Maybe Kadavro has too many shadows being cast around their form by the fire that has started and is now out in the hall, having spread from Barshar's playroom.
Keeping his treasury at his playroom directly across the hall from each other maybe wasn't the best idea for that man.
But now the fire is threatening to cut you all off and seal you in.
I have provided the corpse.
Can we put dying person in corpse and then peace out and then have a very long hot night?
Good.
Dying person is still there. Is not completely died yet.
Let me just move this guy again. Okay. There's a lot of things that could work here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how I can bullshit them to work.
I'm here for it.
Okay. I am gonna argue that this is who sees beauty in imperfection.
A lot of imperfection going around right now.
Yep. Lots of it. It's over there, it's over there, it's up there. You know, lots of it. I'm going to also accept that perhaps every cat now will hate us. And that in a room where 3 people own 2 cats each. Them. That sounds like an imperfect world for them. So that's my argument.
Okay, all right.
To have 4 days.
You're good in meta.
Alright.
You're getting meta with it.
I take back what I said earlier about power gaming.
I'm sorry. I like arguing so much, even against myself. Okay. Does someone have Aloysius? You have pips with me?
Yeah, I got one. You need
Could
one?
and we can use them to change the outcome on a die, right?
Just for sorcery, you can move the pip on a die.
Can we move it up or down?
Yes.
You want to move one down for me so I can have 3/4?
I'm gonna give you a kiss. Good luck.
I'm sorry. Now
So-
that I understand the game, I'll meta it so hard. Sorry.
That fits for the sorcerer, frankly.
Oh dang, I found the playbook that I only want to play now.
All right, with a wine-soaked kiss from Aloysius, you're able to reel your sorcery in and bring it to heal. And you can cast summoning. Are you bringing forth the shade of this Atlantean who's dying in front of you?
Yeah, I was like, he is like beyond just head and torso, and in a super fucked up way. But I'm kind of playing a little fucked up character. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna be like, "Tell me what death feels like." And when they die, I will then pull their shade after like a few seconds, so they can have that moment. Never forget it. Remember that I'm the one who gave it to them. And then I'm gonna put their shade in the body.
All right. The body that Kadavro's Aaron shades dragged back here suddenly gasps and pops its eyes open, and she looks at you and says, "There was an underground cave with a glowing river winding through it, and the demons had feathered wings and the heads of carrion birds, and it was terrible, and you put me there.
You wanted to know. No. Now you know, and you're saved from that.
I never want to see that again.
But now you know that you don't want to.
True.
And I'm gonna let you keep the body, so you don't have to.
Thank you, I guess. All right. Command me. You get one command. She starts picking herself up. He, who'd you bring back, Kadavro?
We'll say he.
He.
Some guard in this house.
Okay, palace guard.
Yeah, palace guard.
Okay, all right, yeah. Guess that. Well, all right, fine.
Buff table. What the fuck do we want? To get out, yeah?
We want to get out.
We want to get out.
We want to get out.
Yeah.
Carry the treasure out for us. I don't know. Just, we gotta run.
Flames are just filling the hallway outside this room.
Or just let them go. Just tell them to get out on their own and we take ourselves out. Whatever.
I command you to help us leave safely.
All right. Grabs the chest of gold coins out of your hands and throws it out into the hallway, emptying it in the hall, and dampens the flames with this shower of gold, and then grabs the amphora of wine out of your hands and empties it out in the hall onto the flames, and the flames go out, and did not take the schnapps, just the wine, and used it to douse the flames, and says, there, now you have a golden path to walk out on.
Good
and
enough.
and I'm done with you, so I will see you around, but if you recognize me, I never knew you.
That's unfortunate, because I will come find you later. I want to learn things.
Looks at you for a long stony moment and says, I see. All right. Well, we'll have to figure that out when it happens.
Damn, I'm playing a fucking freak.
You're hardcore.
I'm turned into a freak. Oh my goodness, I'm a menace. Maybe they were onto something about not wanting me in society.
This Atlantean turned into a palace guard, turns and walks out, and yeah, you all can leave safely. Although you have a lot less treasure than you used to, because
Still more than we started with.
yeah.
That's the important part.
We can say that, like, you know, all the like the gold and shit probably, like, was the fire hot enough to melt it? Like, it would be kind of great if he doesn't get to keep it either, is all I'm saying.
That would be satisfying,
Yeah, it totally melts. Yeah. And then you just have to actually, then you just have to wait for it to cool off before you can walk out on top of it.
That's what the wine was for.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, right.
Yeah. We can just parkour along the walls. It'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
You guys can. I can't. I have delicate fingers.
I will carry you. And hardcore parkour.
Yeah. Carry me.
Bridal style. Let's go.
Parkour is just a bolt move, you know. It's a roll. You could
Hey,
still.
I have escape
it.
artist if it comes to it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you totally did. And you could have rolled that. It's just you might have ended up stranding your friends here.
Yeah,
Which would have been
I
funny
prefer not to.
and juicy. Okay, so now you all can get out of here. There is I was gonna say there's been alarms rung upstairs, but I don't think we actually have. I think things are okay. So
Even better.
I was gonna say it would be funny if like we ended up the guard's body that we brought was like the one guard stationed here, so you couldn't even go ask for help the minute he saw the fire. He got like he got by shades, dragged back in here. It's kind of funny.
the one person would have put the fire out, like, yeah. Yeah, and there's still fire going on down here. I don't want to say it's totally out.
That's Bashar's problem now.
Yeah.
Wherever
And
he
as
ended up.
Okay, yeah, as you come up the stairs, you see Bashar. Bashar there is like, he's coming up the stairs saying, that wasn't the way to the playroom at all. And he sees you, Aloysius, and you, Kiana, and he said, You all turned me around. You got me all mixed up in my own palace.
Darling, there you are. My goodness, it was so dark. I thought I was following you, and it turned out I was following a cat. Who knew? We've been waiting for you, the whole time, but seems there's kind of tired. I'm going home, so maybe another time.
I'll have the guards set on you, both of you. This is the last time, Kiana, that you fool me, you and your tramp friends. But
No. I would like to end the conversation.
Violently?
that's how it goes.
With sword?
Sure. With axe?
With
Oh my
axe,
God.
I mean,
I thought it was like, oh shit, did we cross a line? But I was about to be like, I was gonna start typing like XO in the chat. I didn't realize that was a fucking move.
it's the name of the move.
I was like, safety check, safety check.
Good to check, good to verify.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I went and scrolled down when you guys were talking like you knew what was going on.
I want to say
Sorry.
Barshart comes up to you. It says, the last time I get anywhere near you, do you smell fire? I smell smoke and fire. Do you smell that? And then-
Kiana hefts the axe, removes his head, and says, "It is the last time."
Oh.
Incredible. Please, I beg you, tonight, have me.
Is that a heart, Aloysius?
Shut up, maybe.
Because if it is, that's 4.
Oh.
I don't know if
mean,
I'm
it is
allowed
a
to give
heart.
them out, but if so.
No, you totally are. Yeah, and that's exactly how you would do it. Just fall for somebody a little bit. Kiana, I thought nobody had any hearts of Aloysius's.
No, I had 3 on Aloysius.
Only Kiana did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Right. So yeah, you get to give Aloysius a new epithet. If you don't have one ready right now, you can think about it. But I think in all the confusion, as the smell of smoke starts to waft out from the basement, that you all are able to just stride right out of this place. Let's see. There's a fire. You've killed the lord of the house. I'm sure that you all could use one of those things to effect an escape. How do you all want to get out of here?
It's panache. I know stealth is the better option, but panache feels right.
Well, there's a fire going on, and if we just let the fire grow some more,
Okay.
it'll be panic for everybody, and then we can panache our way out, jump
Yeah.
out a window.
We can exit the way we began, with a saunter.
Is it jumping?
I just wasn't sure if you were gonna like hoist Barshar's severed head in front of you and just be like, own the carnage. Like, yeah, that was us. Or if you want to not make an enemy of one of the royal houses of the city.
We murdered them. I think we already made the enemy.
Yeah, I just want to dip.
They have to know you
like,
did it. Uh-huh.
I was like, I would rather just dip with all the money that we got, like as
Fair.
fast as possible. But like, my idea with panache was like in an action movie, you jump out a window while an
Yeah.
explosion happens because we're
Yeah.
letting the whole house burn down.
Yeah.
Right.
At least that's my pitch, at least.
Yeah. I feel like we should it's the house is burning down, everything is chaotic, but we are like calmly leaving the burning casino style.
Awesome.
It's palace,
Awesome.
but you know what I mean.
Love
Slow
it. No,
motion
I love
walking
it.
away from the
Yeah,
explosion.
exactly. You understand.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's a good place to end it, really. The next scene to come is the quiet moment where you can heal your wounds and
Have a
Each of
massive
you-
orgy.
have a massive orgy. Yeah. Each of you has a special heart move that can heal your wounds and the wounds of anybody who participates in that moment with you. It can only be done in a quiet moment. For example, the sailors, and it's listed right below your hearts. The sailors is when you put on the charm in a social situation, take +1 heart from all who let you lie to them or steal from them. Then clear all wounds of all involved. Or Kiana's is you give your heart easily. When you share a cup of wine or an intimate moment, give +1 heart to anyone who offers a physical thing of theirs that you break in the process. Then clear all wounds of all involved. I figure like some mixture of those is probably what
Yeah.
you all have coming.
I was like, I never read my special heart move until now.
Uh-huh.
Never mind. I was playing my character the exact way that God intended. That's a freak move right there. That's a freak. It just TLDR. We'd be freaks together. I change your body. You change mine. We'd be freaks together. Never mind. Oh shit. I was too in character. I was nuts.
Yeah, you were perfect.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Fucking love this.
Yeah, so you all, well, I don't know, which one of those are you guys going to do? Let's just pick one of those to close it out.
Well, you want to get freaky?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Maybe the orgy also leads to us to y'all specifically getting some weird mutations going on. That's all I'm saying. Maybe
I'm already
we
a
all
walking
have.
corpse. What else is new?
Yeah, well, maybe now you guys have some like bioluminescent like tattoos. I was saying tatties and I realized they sound like titties, but like you can have those too.
Those two.
Technically, I could also change your spirit, but like I'm thinking.
In the pregame chat, someone was talking about wanting to be fish.
It was Aloysius.
I wanted to be changed by your sorcery. Mission
Yeah, now I was gonna say,
accomplished.
mission accomplished. Get another heart from me. I don't care. Just-
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
also want to tell us, like, if people enjoy what they're hearing, where they can check it out and all that stuff?
Yes. Thank you for that. This is Defy the Gods, and, well, Kickstarter, Hectic Electron projects, or Kickstarter projects, Hectic Electron, Defy the Gods. Anyway, it's a mouthful. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, we'll also include like links and stuff and like the episode notes.
Perfect. Yeah, and it'll run for 30 days. Yeah, and please back it. It's gonna have a regular edition, a special edition. Both of them have amazing art on the cover and inside. There'll be dice there'll be terracotta colored dice with cuneiform numbers, and there'll be sorcery dice that look like lapis lazuli blue with gold numbers cracking through the lapis into the world. There will be enamel pins with the Defy the Gods logo and a sword, a very anatomical heart, and an overturned crown. It'll be great. And I'm hoping to hit some stretch goals with a couple extra playbooks I want to write for this, like the thief and the demigod child of the gods who's gone off script. Isn't gonna do what their parent wants them to do with their life anymore. And there'll be some other goodies too that I'm hoping to offer. So catch it there. Sorry. Yeah, catch that on Kickstarter. Thanks so much. And I'm Chris, and I'm at hecticelectron.com, and I'm Hectic Electron everywhere. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's been lovely to have you. And yeah, go check out the Kickstarter. Links in all the descriptions down below. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, freaks.